Hey everyone, welcome to another Bryce Talk Show video, episode 14. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching if you do. So today we're talking about different videos, talk about football this weekend, and what else? Some more stuff I just talk about all kinds of stuff as we go. So just enjoy the ride as we just start talking. Now let's also, I wanted to talk about I wanted to say that I was going to start putting radio recordings on this YouTube channel. So I told you I started doing a lot of recordings of the radio by putting, recording. I actually learned how to do it on my computer too. I use Audacity, so I also like to record with that too. But I take the little headphone jack and plug it into the computer or my little recorder and record some radio that way, which is pretty good. So, but I have some radio recordings. I uploaded the 96.9 Wink FM station, and I uploaded that. I have a lot more recordings of that, and also 102.5 The Bone, and also NPR Southwest Florida. I'll also upload some recordings. I have some radio recordings from right here in Columbus, Ohio, from a lot of things. So I'll be sure to give those to you too as well. And because I was thinking about whether I should put air checks and recordings on YouTube or just stick with the Internet Archive. The web archive that website's really good for audio and all kinds of other stuff, and so is YouTube. I find some people who share audio to YouTube. Now, what I've done so far, I might change is, what I will do is put it in iMovie and just share it as one audio file with just a blank screen. But we'll see. But I might do that. Be kind of a fun thing to do, or do some recordings. Because I already did a video, the emergency alert, on August 11th on 9890 Answer. That was a video I did a couple weeks ago. So I thought, I'll start uploading recordings. So I used free convert so I can get my WMA to MP3 so I can have access to it that way. Because, as you know, WMA sucks. So that's why I don't really care for it. But anyway, yeah. And let's also talk about, we watched a lot of playoffs this weekend. You got the Bengals going to the AFC Championship. They got the Titans. It was a really close game because you got about the second half. Then you had the Titans come in and try to tie it. And then it was a good thing it almost went to overtime, but then Bengals ended up scoring it, so they ended up winning. And then the Packers ended up losing. So I was watching that one. That was kind of a boring game, especially at the beginning, because it was 7-0 for a long time. Till about the end of the second quarter. Then it started to get a little better, and then you have Tampa in that game. It looks like So who'd have thought they'd lose to the Rams? Watching Tampa get smashed to the Rams. They're all good teams, but you see Tampa, especially with Mr. Tom Brady, getting lost to the Rams. Watching that, and so probably Tom Brady will be done after that. And he even got hit in the mouth with the ball. And the best one yet was the Chiefs and watching Chiefs play. Because that was 29-26. It was an overtime game, and At least it wasn't a late game, because some of the games lately have been, kind of late. Which is another thing I like to use my recorder for, is I could record the games on the audio and play them back that way. I should start doing that on Audacity, because recording a lot of the stuff could drain battery, but I could use my computer and record it through there. But I do record a lot of games to play back later. Yeah, a lot of stuff went down. Then you got the AFC coming up, and then the Super Bowl coming up soon. So that's be watching some of those and recording those from the radio. I definitely like to record the radio, and then I could play them back later. I remember back in the day I used to use my recorder and put my... How many of you done this? You would put your recorder next to the radio speaker and record it that way. I've done that a lot of times. Now, as I realized this new tactic that I use, obviously, which is using any kind of headphone jack, plugging it into the microphone cord and recording it from there, it's a lot better. First off, it blocks out all the sound, so all you're getting is just the radio or whatever you're recording. And then, it just sounds good that way. And I recorded it from my computer. I wanted to see how I could do it on my computer, and I thought, this actually sounds better than using my digital recorder there. And, I've used different audio recorders, obviously, but for this example, I tried with Audacity with the recorder, and so I used that and tried yesterday, recording radio. Now, so it's a lot of fun doing that too. Now, as you know, it's been fun playing the talk box. I got this talk box that I have. Let's talk about how fun the talk box is. So, I always play the talk box, and the talk box is, as you know, is fun. I've been doing live streams a couple times with the talk box. Last Sunday I did a live stream, and the other Sunday I did before. And I was just having fun playing the talk box, just chilling, hanging out, doing stuff live. And of course, Dane goes in the live chat and says, hey, what's up? And if you want to know his username, it's DSDK. He used to have a lot of videos. I don't know why I took all of them off except for one video, which is a test video. I don't know why the heck he did that for. But he did that. So he took that video off. But anyway, I played the talk box, and I have it to this Casio keyboard. Now, granted, this Casio keyboard is pretty freaking good. It's a good Casio keyboard. It's obviously, you've seen it. It's pretty big. It has a lot of great sounds and instruments to play with. But I will say, for the synthesizer that it has, I would not use it for the talk box. Now, I know every instrument has a reverb effect. Every one of them does. But for a synthesizer, you should be able to change that. You can't really... The only way I can kind of stop that reverb effect after releasing off the chord is just by spinning the wheel a little bit, but that doesn't really help that one. Only a little dent, but that's it. But other than that, the keyboard is, pretty freaking good. Except you can't go really low on notes. You can go a little bit. But other than that, It's pretty good. I would not use it that well much on a talk box, though, if I had something else that worked. I was thinking about maybe a Roland or any Yamaha or Roland that works with that has a good synth like that. It could be a sawtooth. It could be something that just clean and not, because you don't really want too much effect on it, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, if you're gonna practice the talk box, at least I wanna practice something that sounds good enough. I mean, your certain end of songs might have a certain effect at the end, but when you don't want certain effects at the end when you're releasing your finger from the thing. You don't want because the slightest echo kind of makes a difference on you playing it. So it kind of does do a little difference. But it's kind of fun doing a talk box. I watch a lot of people through YouTube and TikTok, and I'll tell you about TikTok. Watching people who have their own talk boxes for fun. They just like to play it, and they'll upload a few videos, maybe covers. They'll try to do a little cover of a song, or they just have fun. Just a hobbyist that does the talk box and just plays around with it. And it's a lot of fun. I always try to do covers with it, like "Why You Always Lying," and some other songs, especially that Bishop Bullwinkle song. You know how it goes. Obviously the same songs everybody else covers, like California Love or all these other songs, but I was trying to do different songs that are known for memes, like "Why You Always Lying," "How to Know," and some other things that I played on that talk box. I wanted to try to play that song, "Take This Mask and Shove It, I Ain't Wearing It No More. Y'all look at me like I'm from Mars," that song. And so, I did a couple of that on the talk box. And also STFU by Pink Guy. I did a talk box cover video for that. It's on YouTube on my shorts feed, so yeah, check that out. The only thing I would say that I wouldn't be as well with on the talk box is with your S's. When you're saying or any with a word, I think that's where I don't know if you listen to some of my stuff, but also with the B, sometimes that kind of isn't the best either, which is probably me or that I work on, but also with the keyboard being kind of bad too, but also, as you've heard on my other videos with it, you can kind of tell if you're playing a high note that it's echoey after you release your finger off the keyboard when you're playing a note, and you can tell that happens too. And another fun thing you would try to do on the talk box is act like a robot. So what you'll do is I'd play a note and just say whatever normally with my mouth, and just talk like the robot. I should act like that in the early 2000s, like from the year 2000, and then some more like on the Sci-Fi Channel when you go on Sci-Fi, like when you watch the Sci-Fi channels and you got the robotic guy on the commercial on the Sci-Fi Channel, talking about your movie. Yeah, about only on Sci-Fi. And I actually remember on one of my live streams, I was trying to act as the Braille and Speak. You guys, if you all are blind and you probably know the Braille and Speak has that one little, talk to you in that little tone of like a robot. And so yeah, I was doing that like that. But if you haven't watched my live streams of me playing a talk box and having fun, I'll definitely leave that in the description below. But the talk box is pretty fun to mess around with because you can make a lot of cool sounds with it. Problem is when I have too much slobber all over the place and it's disgusting. Not as disgusting as when I had my retainer on and I would slobber when I first got a retainer. And so what happened was I'd had a retainer when I got it for the first time after after I was done with braces. And I'd wear them for the first time and I was slobbery everywhere. Basically, and you could see it too. It was pretty nasty. And it was pretty gross. And it was crazy. So, and but yeah, it was pretty fun too. And another way you could try to do the talk box, you guys might want to try this with your phone or something. Grab a synthesizer on GarageBand, something like that you know how to use, and play a note on it, and try to do the talk box with your phone on the speaker on your mouth, and try to mouth them as you do on the talk box. It's kind of weird, not really like the best, but it's the best you got for something like your phone. And for example, I try this on a lot of synthesizers, especially like on GarageBand. I would use the thing and do that. Although it doesn't seem too well for me when I have my phone connected to the USB because half of the speaker is covered with that little cord. And but yeah. But anyways, the talk box is pretty well used and it's pretty fun. Yeah, so if you want to try to mess with something new this year, definitely try the talk box if you're interested in that kind of thing. Now, I got a lot of people interested in the talk box. Like I told you about Dane, whose name is on YouTube, DSDK. And he seemed pretty interested in the talk box since I was talking about it. And, I would send him little recordings I would do just for fun. I would make audio recordings of me just playing it and listen to it. And it'd be kind of fun. But I would send it to him and be like, man, that's pretty funny. So yeah, I would make any of these. And I would give it to him and he would listen to them and be like, man, that's pretty funny. And, it is. So, yeah. So if you definitely want to look into something, definitely look into that. So I'm gonna watch definitely the AFC this weekend. So I'm gonna watch that this weekend. So we're just doing a lot of things to this week, so and just having a good old time, baby. Yeah. I know I like to be weird like that sometimes. Don't worry. it's the fun of doing your own show, you know, like you do a video or audio, you just talking and you just have a good time, you know. That's the whole point of me doing this, you know. And you know, some may watch it, some may don't. But let me tell you something, you know, I have fun doing some of this stuff. And so yeah. But so yeah. So I finally got back up to 315 subscribers, because for whatever reason, well, I know some may not be interested in everything. So it was funny, I trailed back down to 313 subscribers. And by this weekend, I went up back to 315 subscribers. I'm like, oh yay, I went back up. So I went go back down, and then went back up to 315. Now that's something. So, that's something that I'm like, whoa, and from all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, and all the way up, yeah. Hey now, hey-o. So, I know, I try to be like, the Howard Stern show in the introduction of the show, when when they go, hey now, what's up everybody, good morning, yeah. Anyway, enough of that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this fun video. Well, at least I try to make it fun anyway. And yes, I'm using this wonderful microphone. It's really great. Anyway, if you do enjoy this video, do subscribe and thumbs up. And I got more stuff for you. I'll try to get more radio recordings for you guys. I got more old videos to post too. Balloon releases, since a lot of people like watching that, because that's the theme of the whole channel, I guess. So I'll give you more of that. How's that sound? And maybe some more of this and that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. I'm out.